Hey there, footy fans. Welcome along to AFL Round 5, a big weekend of footy because it starts on Thursday night. Don't forget to tell all your workmates to get the tips in early because once you start, you're in trouble and there's not too many people going to be working on Good Friday. Okay, Thursday night football, Brisbane take on Richmond. Both sides, aren't they lucky Carlton's going so bad? Otherwise, the blowtorch would be on these two guys, the coaches that is. Brisbane in a close one, in a game that I'm just going to watch. I can't invest any of my hard-earned funds in. Collingwood take on North Melbourne MCG Saturday afternoon. Big game for both teams. North have been fantastic the last few weeks and I'm really liking how they're playing, their attack on the footy and a couple of their old stages, Harvey and one or two others, Ferrito even playing great football and I'm really enjoying what they're doing. So despite the Pies' good form, I'm going for the Kangaroos. Fremantle come to Sydney, Rossi Lyon, his old stomping ground, as the assistant to Paul Roos. And I think he's going to get his old mate John Longmire because Sydney are going woeful at the moment. Dockers were terrific last week. In fact, took the foot off the gas against the Bombers, so they'll win that. West Coast should be too good for Port Adelaide, despite Port Adelaide's terrific form of late. I just like the Eagles when they play at home, and they're a pretty good side. And I think they can take care of Port Adelaide in a bit of an upset. Essendon will just thump St Kilda. St Kilda just going terrible at the moment. Their loss last week was unforgivable against the Crows. Adelaide take on the GWS Giants in the early game on Sunday, and I think the Crows can win, but don't be surprised if the Giants really push them in this particular game. Melbourne, after winning last week, can they make it 2 in a row against the Gold Coast? I think they can. The Suns, they just didn't really compete last week, and it was a tough ask for them, but at the same time, Melbourne were good against Carlton. Carlton were bad, but Melbourne, I think they can win 2 in a row. The Western Bulldogs have won 2 in a row. Can they make it 3 against the winless Blues? Of course they can, and they'll do that in style in a couple of days' time. And then on Monday, the game we're all waiting for, Geelong taking on Hawthorn at the MCG. It's heads up, heads down. I'm going for the Hawks, but I don't care as long as it's 100 all going halfway into the final quarter and it's just a belter of a game, which I'm sure it would be. Now, let's have a look at the tips. Brisbane in the opening game on Thursday. Don't forget that. Then on Saturday, we've got North and Collingwood. I'm going for North. Freo to beat Sydney, the West Coast over Port Adelaide. Essendon should just belt St Kilda. Then on Sunday, Adelaide, but take the start, the Giants. Melbourne over the Gold Coast, the Doggies to knock off Carlton. And then Hawthorn in an absolute belter on Monday. I reckon they'll win by a point.